and welcome to this introduction of the S-Series auto scrubbers with Pacific Floor Care. What we're going to talk about today is introduce to you the 28 and the 32-inch auto scrubbers from Pacific. The 32 is available in a disc, and the 28 is available in a disc and a orbital scrub deck. Four primary systems I'm going to introduce you to today. First is going to be the scrubbing system, and we're going to talk about the recovery system. We're also going to talk about the operator's system or operator's panel, and then also the power system of the machine. One of the top brands, one of the top models out in the industry. Only features that you would see in the most recognizable or durable machines. It's a high impact resin body on the machine. The machine itself is all built in an all metal anti-corrosive frame. You can check out the frames that we do have on display in our manufacturing facility right here. So you can see they're powder coated, it's all metal. The whole machine is built up upon that. Even the mechanism to raise and lower the scrub deck is anti-corrosive, all metal. We have non-marking tires on the machine, extremely heavy duty. Squeegee blades, some squeegee units, again powder coated, all metal. We also have onboard battery chargers, an extremely high-end feature. Down pressure, vac and water lift, those types of things rank really high and right at the top for the industry in its class of machines. In order to clean and scrub, you obviously need water. So the black portion of the scrubber itself that you can see here is actually the solution tank. 22 gallons of solution water, and the fill is right up in the front of the machine, so you can take it right on into a working station, get it right back out. It's very easy to get in and out and fill it up with water. You also have a nice little filter that comes with it in order to make sure that you keep contaminants out of there. Now, if contaminants do end up in the solution tank, it is filtered. So you do have a filter in the back of the machine right here. Here's a shut-off valve, so you can shut the water off. And then there's a clean cap right here that just screws off, a metal filter in there that will catch debris and keep it, so it keeps water flowing freely. When the water comes down, there's two scrub deck types. This one here is a orbital scrub deck. What you're seeing now is the 28-inch orbital scrub deck on the S28 auto scrubber. This is a fantastic daily cleaning scrub deck. The scrub deck does rotate 2200 RPM per minute. Down pressure is fantastic, as well as an industry best at 70 pounds, 110 pounds, or 160 pounds of down pressure. Combine the down pressure with the RPM of 2200, you really get some great and fantastic cleaning with that. Both the scrub deck on the orbital machine is powered by a 1 horsepower brush motor. On the disc models, you have two 1 horsepower brush motors, so the brush motors themselves are very robust. Now we're going to talk about the recovery system on the machine. First thing is we're following the track of dirty water, and your cleaning is the squeegee. So it's an extremely heavy-duty squeegee blade. This squeegee mechanism on all the Pacific auto scrubbers is a non-adjustment, meaning that the pitch, parabolic nature of the squeegee itself, and just the weight of the squeegee, it being all metal powder coated, really allows it to seat itself properly. No adjustment necessary. You just run the machine. It's really extremely easy to do replacement or service on your squeegee blades. So we have a band that holds it on, and just a little tab. Take the tab off, you can see how it comes off there. The band loosens up, and you can take your squeegee off. You can flip it over. You can turn it upside down to make sure that you're using all of the clean, sharp edges on the squeegee itself. So that just ensures some really great performance out of the machine. To replace it, you just pull the band back down. You have the little clasp, and then put it down like that, and you're all good to go. Something else that's really, really awesome about this, the attachment for the vac hose is actually welded. So it's not a bolt-on, it's not going to rust out on you. You're going to be able to have that connected. If this was a bolt-on, if it was a plate for this, it'd wear out, bolts would get rusty, and then you'd have a vac leak, which means the machine just wouldn't pick up as well as it should. We do have a holder. You can go through a doorway, you can take this off, and you're not going to be having the squeegee hit the door frame or doing damage to your facility or putting notches in the walls or anything that you've got there. Attaching the squeegee is extremely easy. We have these two wing bolts that are right there. So all we have to do is just connect it and tighten it down. And then the squeegee itself is attached. It is a breakaway squeegee. You see I just slid it on there, so if you do hit something like a wall, then that will come off of there without breaking it or breaking whatever it runs into. We have a holder for the recovery hose, keeps the recovery hose from getting stepped on in transit or getting run over by the machine. So you just connect it there, and that's a squeegee blade and the squeegee and the vac hose. Then also it's just a free pivoting on this entire unit. So it will track through the machine. It'll also make sure on sharp turns that it picks up all the water. Raise and lower is really simple. And it's a cable mechanism again. That's extremely easy to use. When the machine is turned on and this is lowered, the vac comes on. When you put the squeegee in the upright position, the vac does shut off in about 15 seconds. All right, so the last thing in the recovery system is the vac motor. Here's the vac motor here. It's built onto an all-metal powder-coated frame, again, you see here. So it's extremely durable, and it's in a great place. It's going to be there for as long as you want. But you'll notice this, that is a HEPA filter on our vac. It does a number of things. The first thing is it ensures out of the export of the vac that it keeps the air clean. So anything that you pick up in the recovery tank, it helps collect any airborne contaminants that may be expelled back out. This is an extremely quiet machine. The vac motor is a 7/10 of a horsepower vac motor. It also has a water lift of 71 inches. It's extremely quiet. The entire machine is rated at a 65 decibel noise level when in operation. We also have, with the recovery system, a 25-gallon recovery tank, which is built right onto the top. We have a fantastic lid with an automotive style gasket, so it's extremely easy to replace. So through time, if it gets nicked or has a leak in it, you can just pull it out, order a new one, put it right back in. To protect the vac, we have a really nice ball float, a metal cage for it itself. It's inset and at the highest point of any place within the recovery tank. So that really helps ensure that foam and water does not get in there. In the tank itself, we have a catch cage on the 28 and 32-inch auto scrubbers. So it'll pick up debris, keep it from clogging the drain. There's a spot for a bromine puck. Now the bromine puck you can put inside there. That goes in there and the water runs across it, and that helps sanitize the water that is collected. Helps control quite a bit of the nasty odor that you would experience when you're running the machine and picking up dirt and soil or whatever it is in the environment that you've got. Because if you think about it, whatever you got in that recovery tank is being expelled back out with the vac motor. So many times when machines smell inside, they smell and create a nasty odor throughout the environment. A lot of access. You can get in, wipe, and rinse out every bit of this recovery tank with extremely high lips. If there's turns, you have to stop abruptly. Water is not going to escape out of here. It's going to splash up inside these lips and keep it contained within the recovery tank itself. So in addition to the scrubbing system, how do you raise and lower the scrub deck? So it's mechanical with Pacific. We've eliminated the electronics, the motors, things that can go out, and kept everything as mechanical with extremely high return on it as possible. So here's the raise and lower mechanism for the scrub deck. You'll see it's anti-corrosive, all metal. And then there's 3 settings. This is a 70-pound setting for the scrub deck. You have this notch and this lip, so this really comes in handy. You put it and adjust it right there, and then you have 110 pounds of down pressure in the scrub deck. With this being a Orbital machine, you can move this up to the very top level. You have 160 pounds of cleaning down pressure with this machine. In order to take the scrub deck up, take your foot in the paddle and lift it on up. As you're filling the machine, there is a sight level in operating the machine. There's a sight level for the solution tank, so your clean water on the back. You can see how much water that you have, and there's a designators already built into the body of the machine. So you have full, 3/4, half, or 1/4 empty. And there is also a backfill on this, so you can fill the machine with clean water and cleaning solution from the back, or you can do it from the front, as I showed earlier. Next system that we're going to introduce you to is the operator system on the machine. It needs to be easy, it needs to be intuitive, and we've done a great job of that here at Pacific. So if we go through this, what you'll see is a handle up at the top with a bar, and that bar is used to move the machine forwards. To move the machine back, you have a backward button that's on the front here. So you push the backward button, press your bar, and the machine moves backward all on its own. The 28 and 32 inch machines with Pacific do have traction drive on them, so they're very easily maneuverable, easy to use, and comfortable. We also have here all the controls within finger reach or hand reach of the handle, so you don't have to take your hands off the handle. It makes it for a very safe, intuitive machine to use. Here's your solution flow setting, so you can set it low or set it really high, depends on where you want it to be. Here's your potentiometer, so this will tell you how fast you want to be moving. A little turtle, so you'll notice we also use icons, so they're easy to understand. Turtles or bunny rabbits, bunny rabbit being fast and turtle being slow. We also have on and off button, on and off key switch, and then we have a number of things on the back that really help educate and help troubleshoot the machine itself. Here you'll see your battery indicator light, green for charged batteries and red when the batteries are depleted. This is the warning light for battery shield, meaning water batteries when lit. We do on the back have 3 easy steps to operate the machine. This first one is you lower the scrub deck. The next is you lower your squeegee, which automatically turns on the back. And then the last one is you pull your bail, push your bail forward, and the machine goes forward, and you're operating the machine in 3 simple steps. Here you'll see your service manual is available through a QR code, and training videos also available in a QR code. So everybody has a tendency to lose those. You always have access to those just as long as you have the machine. And then here's an hour meter and an hour code, and then the resets for the system itself. The last system that we're going to talk about on the 28 and 32 inch S-Series scrubbers with Pacific is the power system. So Pacific does use high quality Trojan batteries for our machines. You'll see this is an extremely unique feature and patented feature with Pacific is a battery shield system. It's a battery monitoring system with Pacific that monitors how much water is in the batteries. So the number one premature wear out or death of a battery is low water. If not enough water in there, or if the water is overfilled, then the batteries will have a tendency to overboil or overheat, and it ruins the batteries. That's the reason why people complain they only get 12 to 18 months out of their batteries. Here with Pacific, what this does, when the battery fluid gets low, the scrub deck automatically shuts off. So you cannot clean any further until you have healthy batteries. So when the scrub deck stops, there is an indicator light on the back of the machine that turns on. At that point, you know that you need to water the batteries. Watering the batteries is so simple. Battery Shield also comes equipped with HydroLink. It has a watering system that waters every single one of the cells in the batteries. Quick connect, anti-reverse. The end of this goes into distilled water, pump the water through until it fully fills the batteries. When the batteries are full, you cannot pump any further. So it makes sure that the batteries fill only to the proper amount. So you recycle the machine, turn it off, turn it back on, and it resets the system, and you're ready to go. So the machine is ready to be cleaned again. There's an area for a jug of distilled water here. Some people do use that for distilled water, and they keep their watering hose right there. Or if the machine is equipped with a chemical dilution system, you can put the chemical cleaner here as well. So it's on board and it's an entirely open system. So you can use any chemical whatsoever, any brand. You have dilution settings based on the machine as well. So it's another fantastic added feature and benefit of the S-Series auto scrubbers. Pacific does have onboard chargers for all of their auto scrubbers. It's extremely easy. The onboard charger is right here. So if there's any maintenance years down the road, it is easily accessible for repair work, but really charging it is as simple as taking the power cord and just plugging it into a regular outlet. The smart charger ensures that the batteries are charged when they're charged, stops charging them, and does not overcharge the batteries themselves.